Good morning traders, today is December the 18th 2020, my name is Neville Hornsey, I'm a market analyst for YouTrading, and today I'd like to talk to you about the S&P 500, Tesla's inclusion into that index next week, and how I'm looking for a currency pair that might benefit from any bullish moves that come from that macro event. Okay, so Tesla's market cap currently is 600 billion. And it currently trades at 170 times the consensus 2021's earnings. Based on its current capitalization, the company joins the S&P 500 with an index weighting of approximately 1.5%. As you can see here, 5 companies currently dominate the S&P 500, and Tesla will be joining slightly less than Facebook. As you can see here, these are the sectors of the S&P 500. Tesla will be joining Amazon. It'll have a more smoothing effect over Amazon's ability to directly affect the S&P 500. The year-to-date returns have been astonishing for Tesla, currently 657%. As you can see, over the last year, there's basically been like a parabolic move in Tesla, and we could be coming to an ending wave if you're Elliott wave theorist. So we have to be mindful of the fact that this momentum could quickly dry up. There are analysts out there sort of discussing the fact that Tesla is a candidate to essentially drop. There might have been quite a lot of bullish buying into this event, and then people will be taking profits probably before Christmas. Here we can see on the chart that essentially this is the Tesla price action for the last year. We've had this astonishingly large impulsive move up. Here you can see that I've done a Fibonacci extension where the breakout could sort of lead to a price just around the $700 mark. And that is something to be mindful of when we come to next week and see how the price action is there. How did the Nasdaq benefit from having Tesla within its constituents? Well, as you can see, since the bottom of the 29th of March, which was the COVID pandemic low, there's been nothing but bullishness really in that index. And similarly for the S&P 500. Sort of similar price action. So assuming that the market conditions don't change and Tesla's momentum continues, there shouldn't be any negative impact on these indexes, and we should be able to see higher prices in the future. Okay, comes with the currency pairs. I've basically been looking for currency pairs that have benefited from the current market conditions and that have followed the likes of the S&P and the Nasdaq. Here we can see that Aussie versus the US dollar. It's over the last 5 years, it's been coming down in quite a controlled channel, and we've broken out of that on the monthly after the sort of pandemic low this March, and just recently we've broken out of this channel, and we've made bullish moves with higher highs and higher lows. The 200 period moving average is way up above the consolidation from September 2017, and that could be a target for the Australian dollar. Currency pair that I'm thinking about using as a vehicle to benefit from an inclusion of Tesla into the indexes, which I'm hoping will continue the momentum of those indexes higher, is the Aussie yen. As I said, the Australian dollar has benefited from a low US dollar, and we are seeing that the DXY, the US dollar index, is continually going down lower, so the Australian dollar is getting higher, versus the Japanese yen hasn't had the same amount of bullishness as the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. You can see here that this last month has been more of a breakout, whereas on the Australian dollar versus the Japanese yen, we're still to make that breakout. So I do believe that we've broken out of the down move channel, and that we should be able to at least take these highs from April. But again, I'd be targeting the 200 period moving average on the monthly chart here. The green box sort of signifies where prices have been cheap, and the red box is where prices have been expensive. And although I'd like the Aussie yen to go all the way up to 100, I'd be happy if we started taking out some swing highs and moving up towards this 200 period moving average. You can see that we've broken out of the monthly channel. It's been quite a typical bullish move where you have a big pump up and then consolidation, and then another big pump up and then consolidation. And I'm hoping that the Tesla inclusion into the S&P 500, the continued weaker dollar, essentially just keeps giving the Australian dollar more bullishness and more power to go higher. And this is prime for another breakout of this consolidation period. My idea would basically be to buy as low as I can on any pullback into this channel. If we don't get a pullback to the bottom of this channel or down to the 200 period moving average on the hourly, then I'll hopefully see a breakout of this, as I've said before, and then we could hopefully see something like a breakout and then a classic retest where we come back down to what was resistance, now support, and then be looking for higher prices that way. A good target for me would be, if we look left to this swing high over here, I'll just draw a horizontal line, and somewhere in between this sort of consolidation period here, where price had been in a range, broke out, but then came back down. If we do get a breakout in the next few days, it'd be mindful to think about when the Aussie yen reaches the 80 level that we are coming into some sort of resistance. If we were to get above this consolidation period, this swing high, then that opens up the 200 period moving average on the monthly. So assuming that Tesla continues its bullish rise and that the US indices also continued their bullish rise, I don't see any reason why the Aussie won't also continue, and hopefully on the Aussie yen, which is hopefully going to catch up with its major counterpart, we'll be looking for some sort of breakout and also to go a lot higher. We should be able to target at least 100 pips, and also if the move continues with an impulsive wave, then it should be a lot bigger. Okay, that's it. I hope that has been useful, and we'll talk about something similar next week.